And why is it that Duck Quacks Don't Echo? Do you know?
I don't know. I host a show called Duck Quacks Don't Echo, though.
But, well, how does that work? I mean, I've never really been in like a canyon setting with a duck to where it's quacking, so where maybe if I can hear it echo.
Right.
But where does the name come from?
Well, see, I think this is why they named the show Duck Quacks Don't Echo, because it's a science-based show with a comedic bent.
Picture, if you will, 4 ceramic coffee mugs, the kind
Hold on. Got it.
Okay. The kind of coffee mugs you find anywhere.
Right.
Okay.
They can actually support the weight of a 2.5-ton truck. What? Just on the coffee mugs.
The way the show works is we each come out and present a fact. You don't really know whether these facts and hypotheses are really true until we get in front of a studio audience and try and prove them. And then it's up to the studio audience to vote on whose fact is the coolest at the end, and then you're the winner of that episode. And that's the thing with Duck Quacks Don't Echo. It was a thing that was out on the internet for a long time. Duck Quacks Don't Echo, and people are like, how can that possibly be true? And people learn whether it's true or not, and then they forget, and they're like, well, I still don't know. And so this is kind of what this show is about. We present these crazy facts that people are like, oh, yeah, I kind of heard something about that. Like, you can't eat 6 saltine crackers in a minute with no water. And you're like, but wait, maybe I can.
Yeah.
And now you want to go out and see if duck quacks really echo.
I do.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So I guess that makes sense. Keeps the brain going. I love this thing within the last few years where people are making science fun. And a lot of the time,
Yeah.
you know, science had this stigma where, oh, it's boring, I don't want to learn about it. But
Yeah.
science is actually pretty fun, and especially when you get some comedians behind it and you guys pull together an audience to watch how this stuff happens.
Yeah.
When did you realize that this was something that could work?
I started to realize comedians and scientists are really the same kind of brains. They're always observing, they're always analyzing, they're always curious. And rather than just do a show based on science from the science perspective where you just have this dry guy at the end of the fact, now you've got Seth Herzog like running around in a Speedo and jumping through like big vats of Jello, or chasing, or being on a treadmill running against a shrimp, a live shrimp, to test out that fact. I mean, PBS is great if you want to go watch like science and just have science, like I used to with my dad, and you'd watch a whole show on barnacles. And as a kid, I was like, all right, when is there going to be a laugh? When's there going to be something? And it never came, and he just made you go to bed thinking about barnacles. This show, you learn about barnacles, and then you get the laugh at the end.
Because those ties, ooh, they get into some crazy, wacky stuff. You ever been to the Bangkok? That's all I'm saying.